Jason has a question. When would you use keyline farming rather than swales? They seem similar to me, but I can definitely see that keyline seems best applied to broad rural landscape. The swales can be utilized in smaller scale settings, but on sites where both are possible, how do you decide which method is best? Well, we keyline that paddock behind and it's got swale top and bottom. It's no problem to mix them up. But swales grow trees and harvest water into the soil in a defined line, where keyline harvests water by decompacting the broader area and soaking it all in. If you plant trees behind keyline, you can't keyline anymore because you can't keyline rip because the trees are in the way. So normally keyline is in relation to grazing pasture. Now that is better if grazing pasture is between swales because you get the nutrient from the trees and the tree roots, and the soil is soaked by the swale and that filters through, and the keyline pasture absorbs moisture as well. So generally keyline is for grazing systems and it works perfectly between swales. Swales are for growing trees and diverse plant systems. And if you make a mistake on your pasture, you can use keyline to decompact whenever that happens, as long as you're staying in pasture. If you allow it to go into trees, you can't keyline anymore. You can't use the keyline plow anymore. So swales are on keyline between key points, so they are keyline farming, but they don't use the definitive keyline plow to install them, although we deep rip often first before we do the earthworks. Keyline generally is recognised as the use of the Yeomans plow, just off contour falling out to the ridge line. Now you can do that between swales if you like, no problem at all. So they're very, very similar systems in what they achieve initially, but the end result with swales is to go towards a diverse tree and plant assembly, where the end result of most keyline is to improve pasture. And that's what we have quite often between swales.